Now that we're finished with our tier list, I'm going to show you what mods you should put on each of these weapons to get the maximum power out of each of them. Back in the beginning of this season, the mods were different than the mods people are using now because people have really adjusted to the meta, which obviously changes the pace at which you have to play. Everything kind of quickens as people get used to how to play the game. So starting with the longest distance weapon again, we're going to put a 2x onto our sniper rifle because the 4x has glint, and honestly, there's no distance in Fortnite that really is that 4x distance. Maybe to the top of the island, but honestly, I would say just practice your shots. Next, we're going to put the speed mag on it, and in the beginning of the season, people were favoring the drum mag, but now people are favoring the speed mag. Simply put, people know to push you on the reload, and you're going to spend a longer time reloading with the drum mag. With the sniper, you're going to put the angled foregrip because it reduces your time to ADS, makes those snipes faster. And then it's your choice of whether to put the muzzle brake or the suppressor. The real problem with this isn't the recoil, it's the bullet drop. So you're going to have to master bullet drop to really become effective with the sniper. But I prefer the suppression, honestly. Just know that suppression actually makes the bullet drop a little bit worse. Next, we have the ARs, and the Enforcer AR hits the hardest, but fires the slowest. And this is the only one I would bother putting a 2x on, but because of the dominance of the snipers, I would say go 1.3 on all of them. On your ARs, it's up to you, honestly, whether you put a speed mag or a drum mag. Personally, I'm a speed mag guy, and I think you'll probably die less if you use the speed mags universally. Now, since this is the slowest AR, I would say put the angled foregrip on it just so you get into that scope faster. It's not really going to recoil as badly. And you could always put the muzzle brake on if you feel like it's recoiling too much for your taste anyway. Now with the Nemesis, it's right in the middle. So you should put the 1.3 on it. Don't bother with the 2x. Definitely give it a speed mag because as you go down the list, the reload time becomes a little bit slower. Give this the vertical foregrip because it's in that balance range where it's not slow enough to really control the kick automatically. And you may want to put a muzzle brake on it, but I feel like suppressors are the way to go until you get to the striker. The striker is the one that really kicks. So you're going to want to put that 1.3 on the striker. You could give it a drum mag if you want, but really you need to give it both the vertical grip and the muzzle brake. That way it turns into a laser and it's not kicking all over the place on you. You can actually hose people down with it. Unfortunately, it looks like we got kicked out of the vault by the storm, so I'm going to have to record the close quarters stuff in a different game. Starting with the Thunderburst SMG, because you can actually kit this to be very close to an assault rifle, and honestly, if you're a good player, it's probably better than the assault rifles. You're gonna put a 1.3 on it, and this one you can afford to put the drum mag on it. The SMGs have a pretty fast reload time, so you can afford that drum mag. Now here's the toss-up. Dependent on how you like to play, you could put a laser on it to increase that hipfire accuracy, or you could put an angled foregrip, because it really doesn't have a lot of kick, especially when you put the muzzle brake. So overall with this SMG, put the 1.3, the drum mag, either the angled foregrip or laser, and the muzzle brake. But you'll probably find that the laser works better. Now next in line is the pistol, and if you kit this very specifically, it can be god tier. And you're going to want to put a drum, a 1.3, the laser, and the muzzle brake. Very similar to the Thunderburst, and you'll see that this is pretty much the best way to kit a light ammo weapon if you want it to be useful at range. The only problem here is, if you kit the Hyper SMG the same way, it just does not hit at range. It doesn't have the damage, it has fall off. The only thing this is good for is spraying walls. So I'm gonna tell you, you could kit it the same exact way with the 1.3, the drum mag, the laser, and the muzzle brake, but the other two light ammo weapons are gonna do the same job much better. When it comes to the shotguns, I've been enjoying putting the closest sight on it because it lets you get really weird peaks around corners. Like, you actually break your hitbox a little bit. With these, you really just want the speed mag. The shotguns have a pretty slow reload time anyway, so it's about getting rounds in the mag as fast as possible. You're definitely going to want the laser on this pump action shotgun. If you're aiming down with this shotgun outside of certain situations, you're probably going to get yourself killed. And then when it comes to the barrel, it's honestly a toss-up. It doesn't really have recoil, so maybe you want to put a suppressor to make it a little bit quieter, make your fights a little more isolated. And then when we're talking about the auto shotty, same thing really. You want to put the 1.5. or maybe even the 1-3, because you can spray with this thing, though it's not really going to contend with the mythic of this weapon. Don't put the drum mag. That was kind of the thing at the beginning of the meta of this season, but everyone knows to push you on the reload now. So go for the speed mag, get that laser to make those hip fires as easy as possible, and then with this, since it's more of an auto fire, you might want to consider the muzzle brake, but again, these shotguns don't really kick. They don't really work like that. So just get a suppressor. And just like that, I've shown you how you should mod all your weapons for maximum efficiency in Fortnite Underground, but I recommend you check out this video next to me, where I do a full tier list of all the weapons and items in Fortnite Chapter 5 right now, and show you the best loadouts for getting the easiest victory royales. Be sure to share this video with someone who you think needs some help getting victory royales. Use code Sourheart in the item shop, and I will see you all in the next video.